What is going on, you guys? Welcome back to another video here in the channel. I hope you're having a great day so far. First off, I'm gonna start this video off by saying thank you guys for 100 subscribers on YouTube. It means a lot. But I decided to bring you guys a video today. With the influx of new players, a lot of you guys loved my tips video, so I wanted to bring you guys another video of more tips for new players. Essentially, in this video, guys, the tips are in no order whatsoever, and they're just basic tips to help you out, like little tips that I wish I knew early on in the game. I'm going to give you about 10 of them, so let's jump right in, guys. And of course, if you have any more tips to add, leave them in the comment section down below. I will pin them for you, that way everybody can find them. Let's jump right into it. Tip number 1, guys. This is for the people who just got their power armor and do not like the HUD. If you were like me, I didn't run power armor for about 2 years because I didn't like the HUD. It just looks, look at this, it just looks ugly. It's gray and it just doesn't look good to me. It's just clunky. Even when you go into third person, it's really clunky. Well, actually, you can turn it off. If you pause the game, go to menu, scroll down to settings, go down to display. You can scroll all the way down to where it says enable power armor HUD. Turn that off. This will keep your usual HUD, and instead of having your fusion core display meter over there at the bottom of the screen underneath my HP is going to be a fusion core bar, and it's going to have the number of fusion cores you have left. It's just a lot cleaner look. I think it looks a lot better. I recommend playing like this, me personally. If you like to look at the power armor, be my guest. It's your game, man. Play it the way you want, but I like this one better. This is just a little tip for those of you who didn't know how to do that. Alright guys, tip number 2 is to join mutated events even if you won't be very effective in the event. So going on right now, we have a mutated event weekend. And what does this mean? This means the events that are going on, the enemies you are fighting in these events will have mutations. For example, I saw one just pop up. We have one right here, guided mutation. Guided meditation. As you can see, you can tell it's a mutated event because it is going to have the green, almost like a DNA symbol on it. That's gonna be your sign to tell it's a mutated public event, as well as it says mutated public event. But the thing is about these is each one has a different mutation. So this one's reflective skin. You see where it says enemy mutations? Always check these before you go in there, because if you jump into a mutated event without paying attention, you're probably going to end up regretting it once or twice. Trust me, the amount of times I've jumped into reflective skin and just annihilated myself 3 or 4 times before I figured it out like an idiot. It helps to know. But anyways, join the event. Even if you're not going to be very effective in it, even you killing 1 to 2 enemies benefits the event. Also, the more people that join, the more Fallout First members that are in there, you can actually get a mutated party pack. So mutated party packs are going to be these right here. Let me open one for you guys. I have 5 right now. Let's open one and see what we get. So we got a witch costume, cool. 6 super stem packs, an anti-armor baseball bat, 9 stem packs, 14 loose screws, 4 concrete. Let's see what else we get. It's still going. Lead. It's still going, ladies and gents. Let's see what we get. 6 unrefined gunpowder. And we're going to get 3 aluminum scrap. What else do we get? 135 fuel added. And I believe that's it. So as you can see, even if you don't help the event succeed, so even if you're not a very, like, you know, effective player in that event, just you participating in it is all you need to get those mutated party packs. So make sure you're in the event just to get the party pack. Sometimes it's just better for you to be there. Alright guys, my next tip in this video is take advantage of food buffs. Take advantage of food buffs, guys. The amount of times that people don't know you get food buffs from just random items blows my mind. And I did not take advantage of any food buffs early on in the game either. But now, before I even go out adventuring, I have to do a food buff. So I'm going to show you a good food buff. So like for example, take my Mirelurk steamer. I'm gonna grab a smoked Mirelurk fillet. So I'm gonna grab a smoked Mirelurk fillet here, and as you can see, it adds carry weight. It adds 60 carry weight, bringing me up to 480. Okay, but food buffs are great, guys. Like for example, another one you can have is going to be the canned coffee. That's going to give you the 12 AP regeneration for 25 seconds. And then also the company tea gives you more AP regeneration for about an hour. So it'll last a while. So definitely take advantage of food and drink buffs. Don't ignore them, guys. Definitely do some research, see which one fits you the best, and definitely run with them. Trust me, you're not going to regret it. Alright guys, my next tip on this video is one that you don't run into very often, but I've noticed it is becoming a trend, especially with the newer players joining. So as you know, these are workshops. So this is an unclaimed workshop. Let me show you a claimed workshop. We got one right here. And this tip is going to be careful of claimed workshops. So if you approach a claimed workshop and you enter the area, it is a PvP area. If you try to claim it and somebody else owns it, there is a chance that they will kill you. So be careful for you new players out there. Recently, I've noticed this on the subreddit as well. Some people have been trying to get their Call of Duty fix in Fallout, and they've been essentially going to workshops that have already been claimed and essentially challenge the person who claimed the workshop. So be careful with this, guys. Just if you're gonna claim the workshop, probably be ready for a fight just in case. Alright guys, my next tip in this video is going to be check your miscellaneous items in your inventory every now and then. So let me give you an example here. If I scroll down to miscellaneous for carry weight and I'm like, oh, maybe something's causing me overweight. Look at this. I have 32 pounds of nuclear key cards. You need to check your miscellaneous. The amount of times I've been walking around with a bunch of core mainframe cores for when I go to drop a nuke, and they each weigh 1.5 pounds each, it adds up quickly, guys. So you want to check your miscellaneous items every now and then, just to make sure there's no weight added here that's unwanted weight. Alright guys, and that's actually going to lead directly into my next tip, and that's check your ammo for items that might be making you heavier. So for example, if you look at my ammo on here, with my perks, ammo doesn't weigh a lot. But look at this, these 40mm grenade rounds, they can get pretty hefty. The one that you have to be the most wary about, here you go, missiles. Each missile is just over 1.5 pounds. So if you accidentally pick up 5 or 6 of these and you're walking around with them, you're definitely going to be having some weight problems if you only have like 200 carry weight. So be careful with that, guys. Definitely check your ammo. If you are overweight and you're trying to figure out why, check your ammo and your miscellaneous items. There's a good chance that there's an item in there that is causing your weight to be wonky. Alright guys, and my next tip is going to be, don't be afraid to look for new rolls on weapon if you're rolling for legendaries. So if you get one roll that you really like, don't be afraid to roll again, because like, look at this. My Holy Fire here, this is going to be a weapon that always has the same rolls when you get it from Beast of Burden. So it's going to be a vampire weapon, so you get the regeneration when you do damage. It also breaks 50% slower, and it has 25% weapon speed. That is great. But I'm going to be re-rolling my Vampire's Gatling Plasma, because although that's a great thing to have, that plus 50% bash damage, I'm never going to use. And yeah, the plus 250 damage resistance while reloading is great. My damage resistance is already so high that it doesn't really make a difference to me. So I'm probably going to be keeping this the same as it is for now, but eventually I'm probably going to be re-rolling this for a better roll. So don't be afraid to let go of those legendaries once you get them. I know when you're low level, you don't come across them much, but you're going to be dabbling in it and looking for them. And once you acquire one you like, don't be afraid to roll it. Yes, you are going to lose the main legendary perk on it, so be careful with that. But sometimes it's worth gambling a little bit. Alright guys, and rolling into my next tip. don't be afraid to check camps for resources. So by what I mean by camps is I mean teammates camps. So I'm not going to go to any of my teammates camps on here because they're low levels. I don't want to take their resources, even though they do go back. But higher levels like myself will have camps set up. And if you come in here and you see a lot of purified waters like this, all my water coolers, they're free to take. Take some. Don't be afraid to go to higher level camps and take them, because if they are not wanting you to take them, they're going to be locked. Like, look, my coffee machine and my company tea machine are both locked because I use those items in my build. But like my Brahmin milk machine, it's almost empty because people come to my camp and they take the Brahmin milk because that's what it's there for. I welcome you to take it. Most high levels do. That's like my Mirelurk steamer. I use it for my build. That's why it's locked. So if it's unlocked, guys, normally it's fair game. So keep that in mind. Don't be afraid when you're looking for resources. Check out a teammate's camp. You never know. Like some of them might have a farm like this. Like if you're looking to grab corn or razor grain, help yourself. It keeps growing. Why not take it? I'm not going to use it all at all. So just don't be afraid to go to other camps looking for resources. Alright guys, and speaking of camps, your first camp isn't going to be pretty, and it's probably not even going to be your last camp you build recently. So don't worry about building a house or a like massive camp. Like I know this is I'm a poor example here because I have this house that I worked on for a while, and I still make tweaks to it like once a week, and it's probably going to change 5 or 6 times, and I'm probably going to move it to another location shortly because I move my camp all the time. Just don't be afraid to make your first camp look ugly, because it's going to be. Don't worry, don't spend too much in it. There's not a competition going on for who has the best camp. It's just, I have so many hours put into the game. I got bored one day and I decided to make a great camp. Don't worry about it. You're not going to get shamed for it. I see so many lower level players that are resource scavenging at like level 25 to 30 trying to build the best camp in Appalachia. It's not going to happen. I'm not saying you can't do it. You probably can, but trust me, you're going to want to wait to build a camp. You're going to get a lot better plans, and you're going to get a lot better furniture if you just wait a little bit. Just build what you need for now. The nice camp will come to you. Alright guys, and the final tip I have for you in this video: thirst and hunger are important, but they're also not. So the way this game works is, yes, thirst and hunger are going to be negative buffs if they are completely drained, but at the same time you can still play the game if you're both hungry and thirsty. Sometimes you have to ignore the food and health bars. Don't be afraid to do so. It doesn't make the game play that much worse. Just remember that it's a light survival game. If anything, it's not a very heavy survival lean-in game. So don't worry about running low on food and water, guys. Just worry about getting what you have to get done and then acquire your food and water. It's not a make or break of the game. Alright guys, that is going to conclude this video. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I hope you guys have an amazing day, and I hope these tips are some tips that can help you. Again, this isn't like a very detailed beginner's guide. It's just a few tips I wish I knew before I started playing, and tips looking back I wish I paid more attention to early on in the game. But guys, thank you so much for 100 subscribers. I've only been putting Fallout videos on this channel for maybe a month, and we already hit 100 subscribers. Thank you guys all so much. I'm very appreciative of all of you guys. I hope you guys all have a great day, and as always, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Deuces.